So in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic and its devastating socio-economic impact globally and the crisis in Ukraine, many South Africans find themselves struggling to put food on the table. Let's talk about the latest household affordability index by the Pietermaritzburg Economic Justice and Dignity Group, as well as the situation in KwaZulu-Natal. We're joined by Mervyn Abrahams. He's with the group and he's the program coordinator. Mervyn, always good to speak to you. Thank you very much for availing yourself this afternoon. Perhaps let's start with what the index showed for the month of April. Where are we where food prices are concerned?
Good afternoon, Duduzile, and good afternoon to all your viewers. So our basket has increased yet again in April. The cost of our 44 very basic foods that households in the low-income bracket tend to purchase on a monthly basis now stand at 4,542 Rand. Now, this is a 92 Rand increase, or a 2.1% increase on the month of March, and a 344 Rand, or an 8% increase on the past year. And that is really a very big increase, which is causing massive financial stresses for particularly middle-class and low-income households.
This, as one of the leading banks yesterday released a report in terms of people or middle-income earners spending 80% of their income within the first 5 days of the month. When we take a look at the situation in KwaZulu-Natal, no doubt the recent floods will exacerbate an already desperate situation for many in the country.
Yes, so we are expecting to see that our basket will increase much sharper in the Pietermaritzburg and eThekwini regions when we release our May data index. Of course, our April index, the data was collected just before the floods. So the floods are not included, or the impact is not included in this index, and is all likelihood will be seen in the May month coming. But we know that farmers have lost a lot of their crop. Livestock has been lost, so the possibility of fresh produce, meat prices, particularly in KwaZulu-Natal, will likely increase when we see the May data.
Moving from fish oil to bread, and now there are murmurs about the price of butter possibly also going up. Is there anything you're hearing where that is concerned?
Yes, so we've seen a lot of volatility on the global market. Duduzile, actually what we are seeing is we are seeing that a number of factors are coming together to cause a perfect storm. So as you've mentioned, the post-COVID logistical constraints, the war in Russia and the Ukraine, where we import a lot of our sunflower, hence our oil price and our margarine price, as well as our wheat, hence our bread price is going up. That has been increasing. We've seen climate conditions in South America leading to less soybean. Soybean prices have increased globally, and soybean is an input into a number of foods, like, for instance, polony and all of that. And now we are seeing countries deciding not to export in order to protect their local markets. So Indonesia is not exporting palm oil, which is often used in vegetable oil and in many other products. And now India is talking of closing their borders to exporting wheat, which will, of course, increase the price of wheat on the global market. So we are likely to see lots of different foods increase, but in particular, sunflower oil, already we've seen a 42% increase. Margarine, we've seen a 31% increase year on year. Bread, we've seen a 9% increase, and they are likely to increase again going further.
Mervyn, always worth revisiting this question or this point, I guess, if we go a couple of steps back and take a look at how you conduct your research in terms of coming up with the household affordability index. How is it that you go about doing the work that you do?
So the first step is that we convene focus groups of women in low-income households across the country, and we ask them essentially three questions. what is it you buy regularly every month, in what quantities, and where do you buy that? We then construct a basket of 44 goods, and we have data collectors in Johannesburg, in Cape Town, in Durban, in Pietermaritzburg, in Matuba, in Springbok, and they go to the stores identified by these women as the stores they are most likely to buy their foods, and that's where we collect our data on a monthly basis. We analyze it, we test it, and then, of course, we release it on a monthly basis.
Mervyn Abrahams is with the Pietermaritzburg Economic Justice and Dignity Group. He's the group's program coordinator. Thank you.